Well, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. It's cold here today. Hope you're having a good week. It's, as always, busy. So this is kind of interesting, the whole using this, because I can't actually invite people, and I can't tag people, which is kind of one of the disadvantages with it that I don't like. So I'm using a piece of software that comes up on the computer. So, and we're back. Cool. I don't know what's hanging there. Anyway, so enough of that with the technology, because I get lost on a technology button. So, where am I gone? There I am. Okay, so, Facebook Places. Right, I want to talk about that for a second. What's happened there? I'm hitting all sorts of buttons here that I don't understand what I'm doing. You know, it's fascinating. People come to me and say, oh, how do you do this on the computer and how do you do that? And a lot of times, I don't know. Right? Just know how to make it work to make sales and that type of stuff. So anyway, let's have a quick chat about Facebook Places. So there's a lot of talk and fuss and noise going on about the Facebook algorithm changes. You know, as if it's something new. Facebook are always doing algorithm changes. There is absolutely nothing new whatsoever in relation to the fact that they're doing changes. The question is, what are they up to and what are they up to behind it, right? And Facebook Places really, to me, is something that's very interesting and that's coming. So there's kind of a war between Facebook and Google, where there's the war of allegiances, all sorts of things. So if you've got a Google Map listing, which you should have for your business, and it's absolutely nuts if you don't have it. If you've got a Google Maps listing for your business, the interesting thing that happens is if people do reviews on your Facebook page for that business, they then turn up on your Google Map listing, right, as reviews. Isn't that kind of interests me? So Facebook are trying, and their goal is that you don't leave Facebook, because, like, you know, as I've been saying for a while, there's social media, there's Google, and there's Facebook now in my mind all the time. So what is Places? So Places is your page, right? And what they're now going to be doing is there's a beta test of an app in the States, and I believe it's going to come out, and they're going to bring this out. And it really is, they're going after Foursquare and all of these type of guys, right? So what's the logic from Facebook's perspective? So let's say I go to Boston for a trip and I want to go somewhere to eat. Wouldn't it be very good to open an app up and go and see reviews by my friends and recommendations by my friends of some place to go? Social proof, right? That's just logical. You know, where they've been, have they checked in there, have they gone to it, and that type of stuff. Facebook has been asking people like me, and maybe asking you, for months about correcting information. I'm at an 87% accuracy. They send me this big thing. Oh, you're at an 87% accuracy. Like, I care. But obviously, they're just gamifying it to show and get you involved in it. So what's actually coming is they have added a call button and a map button on your phone on the bottom of the page. And it's not actually on the page. It's when you scroll down, this little two-bar pops up at the end. There's a video a couple of week or two back on my profile about that. So it's very, very interesting that that's coming, right? And it's a very big opportunity for businesses now to get your ducks in a row, right? Because if you're not ready for it, you're not going to benefit from it. It's that simple, right? And a lot of times, you know, it's the early bird catches the worm. So it's get your page in order is my advice, right? You know, they've changed the look of pages. I don't like what they've done with it. I presume they're going to change it again. But it's becoming very, very much like a web page, right? And I think that's another thing that they're after, that you actually won't need a website in Facebook's mind, that you can actually have a Facebook page, because Facebook pages are always ranked on the search engines. So if you Google it, now unless Google the index Facebook at some point, which is possible, anything is possible. But your Facebook page ranks for your business, and guys like me, we use that a lot. So basically what I'm saying to you is that Facebook Places is going to be an interesting space to watch over the next while, right? And as part of what they're coming in the algorithm changes. The thing I really like about the fact with a lot of the likes of Facebook is it changes so much. I know it can drive businesses mad, but it's kind of part of the challenge with being a business owner, but it's also part of the opportunity if you engage with it correctly, right? So they're changing their algorithms. So first of all, the question is, why do they change their algorithms? And Places is kind of snuck in and people don't realize it. So if I go onto Facebook on my phone, right, and I open it up, okay, and I search for let's say the Hilton Hotel, because I'll be there on Saturday speaking, right? Hilton Hotel, right? If I go Hilton Hotel Dublin. So this knows what's coming up, okay? You can see that. This might be in reverse on the screen. It looks alright to me, right? You see it? So Hilton Dublin Airport. So if I click on the Hilton Dublin Airport, right? 2.8 people like this. And this is where I think likes are going to come in and actual likes. So it has automatically, it comes up with a very nice picture, hotel, information, like, and the rest of it. But if I scroll a bit, you see what happens at the end here, right? See this? I can now call, I can message them, or I can get directions to them, or I can favourite, okay? And this is what's happening. So I'm now able to make a booking, or I'm able to message them, and this is the reason I think they're allowing chatbots, okay? So what a chatbot is a piece of software that will actually run your messaging for you on kind of standard stuff, right? Which is one of the reasons we're very interested in that. So in essence, I will be able to go on here and actually book the hotel room via Messenger, or book it actually guarantee within the next 12 months you're going to see that, because Facebook are integrating with payments in the States, right? They're always ahead of us. So the way it happens, it comes out in the States on iOS, then comes out on iOS everywhere else, then comes out in the States on Android because it's a Google product, and then it comes out in the States and the rest of us on Android, right? That's pretty much what the progression is in being done in updates on the software. But why can't I book the hotel? It just makes logical sense, doesn't it? That I can book my hotel from here, right? I can make a reservation, I can send a message and talk either to a chatbot, a booking chatbot, where I say, yeah, do you have availability on the 5th of March? They come back and say, yes, we have one, Anthony, because they're able to personalise it. Boom, 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 we have a special rate that night of 92 quid or 170 or whatever the hell the rate is. It does this, it does that, and the rest of it. Right? It's always open, reviews, it gives me photographs, right? Okay, of all the different things. So I get photographs of the food, and think about it, it does all the things the website does, right? So now imagine that in its own app, and I'm able to go on, I'm able to book, I'm able to pay, I'm able to purchase. They've now added marketplace as well, which has come across the board, which they're selling, so they're after the Shopify market. So they're into a lot of things, right? A lot of different things, and the whole bottom line is, if I owned Facebook today, wouldn't I be happy? Maybe not. But if I own Facebook today, I would be looking at it. So they've got 2 billion users, right? Their user acquisition graph has actually started to dip, right? They're kind of hitting, the bell curve. So I don't know if you know the bell curve, but just done. So starting out grow, lack of growth, sustain. And that's what you're trying to do, you're trying to sustain it. That's where the bell shape comes from, sustain and back up the growth. Because you've people joining, people leaving, people joining that, using it, and all the rest of it. So they have about 2 billion active users and about 1.4, I think, billion active users on Messenger, right? So think about this. We're used to texting. We understand text. They know we understand text. So now we can message people on Facebook, and people are now using that as a communication portal, which means you're on Facebook. And now they've dropped ads into Messenger, right? Which is interesting. They've now dropped ads into Messenger as well. So they're now monetizing that space. And every space that Facebook has, they want to monetize it. But their overall goal is minutes, seconds. If they can get people, if they can have 2 billion people spend 1 minute more on Facebook, that's 2 billion minutes, right? Where they can now have more advertising going in front of people and make more money. So they are literally on a second by second fight with us. They want us on it. They're trying to find out what we want. They're trying to find out what we like. They're trying to find out all of the stuff. They're personalizing our content. They're showing you the top 20. I see people saying they're showing the top 25 friends. I haven't seen that, right? My Facebook, my wife always says, is an interesting planet, right? Because I've such a diverse range of friends and people that I know. Thank you very much for the heart. And they do this, right? So this is what they're after. So the opportunity for you, be you in a business or going on a business or using Facebook in any shape or form to make money, because if Facebook can make money off it, so can you, is to leverage you, start leveraging your page. Your page is now going to become important again. They're using groups as a community to talk and to communicate with the community, but they're now going to use pages pretty much in my view as a website, right? As a website with movable content, you'll be posting to it, you'll be putting up your videos, which is all stuff we've been doing on our actual page, web page, for years, right? So they're now taking that in, because if they can keep me there, and if they can keep me on, and if I go onto an ad and I stay within the infrastructure of Facebook, and they can now get me to purchase within that infrastructure and to stay within that infrastructure, they can take micro pieces of each one of those transactions. They can take micro payment sections. So imagine if every purchase that was made, right, through Facebook, they could get 0.01 of a cent more. Their profits go that way. That's what I do. That's what any business person would do. The opportunity view, as I said, is that Places is going to bring pages to relevance, right? Pages have always been a question in my head, especially when they change the algorithm to 2.5% or less, which we believe. Nobody can prove it because they're never going to find out exactly what it is. People come to people like me and say, what is it? And I say, well, I don't know. I'm not Mark Zuckerberg. And if they tell me, I'll leverage it. So they're never going to tell us. So there's this constant battle between, marketers and the likes of Facebook, Google and all the rest of it to find out what they've actually done so that we can find the cracks in the wall, so we can get through the cracks. Because the reality is Facebook and Google and all of this are between me and my customer. But them being between me and my customer, we're onto a situation where it's going to cost me more money to do it, right? It's that simple. So that's just the business logic in it. So for you, start getting your pages in order, add your phone number, add your address, start getting your pages in order. If you don't have your Google Maps in order, you really should have. There's people out there offering services. It's a program I did taught a number of people to offer services. You can get on to Denise Horn in Inspired Designs. They'll go and set it up for you, and you should have it because you need to have it, right? You now need to start getting, there's some more criteria that you got to add on, which is very inexpensive to do, but is very vital for you to do. And when it comes to Facebook, Places is going to really change it. You're going to have check-ins, social proof, where people were, reviews, understand where it goes, what people are doing, understand what your friends are doing. And they're going to leverage the relationship with the friends. And I guarantee you'll ultimately be able to advertise to people who reviewed your page. You'll be able to advertise to friends of people who reviewed your page. Guarantee it, that's what's coming. People who've checked in, you can advertise to them and advertise, Denise says, formerly known as Inspired. Yes. You'll be able to get advertised to them, and the whole thing is going to leverage in around it. So bottom line for today, guys, is get your page in order, get your brand in order, get your graphics, your icons, your whole stuff that is all congruent across all your social media, and start getting your ducks in a row, because when this hits, it's going to be whoever organised and ready for it will get the first crest of the wave. You get the first wave, and the first wave is always the one you want to catch, okay? You always want to catch the first wave. So with that, that's today. I hope you have an absolutely great day. I hope it works out. We're heading for, myself and my good wife, Caroline, are heading for Dublin tonight. We're heading off to Birmingham tomorrow. Back home tomorrow night. And then back up to Dublin on Saturday morning, which I hope to see you in the Hilton Hotel at the Meeting of the Minds, which has been organised by Pat Slattery. Kevin says here, good info. Thanks very much, Kevin. And so that's it. So I hope to see you there. And outside of that, get your pages in order, start getting your ducks in a row, and be ready for the wave when it hits. Alright? Talk to you. See you.